Alright, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and in today's video we are going to be speculating on what the Tech LR Jiren's EZA could look like, because of course it is right around the corner on JP Dokkan. Global players, I'd say we still have another like 4 to 5 months before we get it, so don't get too excited, because we still got a little while till we get this EZA, unfortunately. But like I said, on JP, we got it right around the corner. I'm going to be completely real with you. I see them going two directions with his EZA. Number one, they kind of ignore his design pre-EZA and just throw a bunch of good mechanics in there, make them good, everyone's happy, call it a day. Or, well, they kind of do another one of this, where they just build upon what he already had pre-EZA. And I know that's the whole point of an EZA, but specifically with units that are more geared towards Super Battle Road or stuff like that, when they get an EZA, it's usually not the greatest. A very good example of that is this STR Jiren right here. Pre-EZA, Super Battle Road unit. You couldn't really argue against that. He's got stunning. He's got a guaranteed crit when the target enemy is stunned. Most of the time you're going to get that is in Super Battle Road. And then post-EZA, they really just built upon that. Tons of restrictions. No defensive mechanics outside of this damage reduction. And unfortunately, it's restricted. So you're only really going to be getting a lot of these things in Super Battle Road. So overall, his design, you could make an argument, was somewhat useful for a few events, but he just really wasn't that great. He could have been a lot better. I think he was one of the worst EZAs we've had over the course of the last like year or two. Him in Transforming Goku Black. But the main point I'm trying to make is this Jiren kind of has a similar design, unfortunately. You can see here he's getting attacks effective against all types when the target enemy is in attack down or defense down status. He gets a guaranteed crit when the enemy is stunned. He's lowering attack and defense. He's got stuns in his super attack effects. So unfortunately, he is a Super Battle Road unit. You really can't deny that. So, looking at the previous Super Battle Road unit that was also named Jiren that got an EZA, didn't really work out that great in the end. So, with this guy, I'm going to be real with you. I'm not really expecting anything insane. I'm holding out hope that they're just going to make him really good. They learned the mistake from the previous EZA Jiren, and now they're going to make him good. But I'm also a little worried. So we'll see how they handle his EZA. We're just going to speculate for the rest of the video. I guess that's kind of what we've been doing. But we're going to go over his kit, and I'm going to tell you what I think all of his things are going to change into with his EZA. So his leader skill, Universe 11, category Key +3, HP and attack and defense plus 170%. Or Universe Survival Saga, category Key +3, HP and attack and defense plus 150%. At the very, very least, it's probably going to go to Universe 11 and Universe Survival Saga, category Key +3, HP and attack and defense plus 170%. So this is going to change to 170%. Or they could make it Universe 11 and Universe Survival Saga, category Key +3, HP and attack and defense plus 180%. It's not that big of a difference. It's only 10% the stats, but I still think it's going to make them a little bit better as a lead, especially if you don't have a good lead for Universe Survival Saga or, you know, this category, which don't even get me started. I mean, it's actually starting to shape up to be somewhat decent on JP. But yeah, it definitely does need more leads and just more everything. So this guy being another good lead for that category is definitely a good thing. So that's what I would expect his leader skill to change to, but most of you probably don't care about that. 12 and 18 key, I don't care. Give him defense. That's it. Literally all I ask. I don't care about anything other than him having defense. If you want to give him a high chance to stun on his 18 key, massively lowers attack and defense, greatly lowers attack and defense here, I really don't care. Just give him 30% defense at least. I think ideally 30% attack and defense on 12 key, 50% on 18 key. That's probably the best case scenario with this guy. Well, best case scenario is, you know, 100% the stats on 18 and 12 key, but realistically, I think 30% on 12 key, 50% on 18 key would be a pretty good way to balance him out, but would still make him very useful. Because from just the skeleton of this guy's kit, he seems to be more of like a raw stats unit. So if you give him a little bit of defense on super, if his raw stats are really high, that's really going to benefit him. Because here, we got 200% the stats. Now, right now, in the current meta, that's not that crazy, but on release, 3 years ago, that was really, really high. So now, with the new Carnival LR Jiren, he's got like 400% the stats start of turn. So, I mean, I don't know. You could do 3, 4, hell, even 500% the stats start of turn. Imagine that, 500%. I mean, I guess that's not impossible, because Cell Max, he's got like 999% defense or something. But anyway, let's just say it's like 400% the stats start of turn, a little bit of defense on super attack, And then, I mean, you could give him like a little bit of damage reduction, maybe some guard in slot 1, give him a 30 or 50% chance to dodge, even though I doubt they would do that because it's a Jiren. He doesn't really need dodge. But I would say he's probably going to have a little bit of damage reduction. So that combined with really crazy stats and then also some stats on super, recipe for success, I'm telling you. And then he's got the active skill, which is more stats, and then a debuff, which that doesn't really matter, but if you can get it, it'll be useful. And then, of course, the extra 30% the stats will make him just that much better for that one turn. The rest, I don't know, and I really don't care. I mean, yeah, give him crits, give him additionals, give him some other mechanics just to make his passive a little longer so he kind of fits the current meta. But the main things you want to do with him, bump this up, give him defense on super, and then a little bit of damage reduction. And then bam, I think he's great. I think just like that, he's going to be a great slot 1 unit. If you want to have him build up more key, maybe make this up to like 8, that would be good. Obviously, you know, getting an 18 key super attack more often is always a good thing. But then like this, I don't really care. Maybe if you want to change this to where he just always has a guaranteed crit, that would be nice. You could do whatever with that. But that's more of the super battle road part of his kit. So I don't necessarily think it's crazy important that they make that much, much better, where they would need to put a lot more attention into like stuff like this to really make him good in just every event, period. Yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say about him. Like I said, he's a bit of an older unit, so it's kind of hard to speculate on what he's going to look like, just because they could throw a bunch of random things in there if they want. I mean, hell, he doesn't have to have damage reduction, guard, additionals, crits, anything like that. But I'm assuming that's what they're probably going to do with him, just because that would be a very easy way to make him very good. But yeah, that's been the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you want this EZA Jiren to look like down in the comments, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.